Our top story tonight, National Guard troops deployed across the United States as governors prepare for potential violence 5 days before President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration.
That includes, of course, the nation's capital, where a massive security presence has already filled the streets. The Department of Justice announcing new arrests as well, as we learn more about one rioter's actions inside the U.S. Capitol during that violent siege.
But first, new precautions in Washington, D.C. The National Park Service shutting down popular landmarks as the Secret Service implements vehicle checks as well. It comes as U.S. officials say they expect the number of troops stationed in D.C. to only grow. NewsNation correspondent Michael Shore live there in D.C. for us tonight with more on this story. You're standing in the middle of a city, certainly in the middle of a massive lockdown, Michael.
Yeah, massive is exactly the way to put it, Rob. I mean, there are monumental preparations going on for this inauguration. And we just had over our shoulder here the changing of the guard, literally. The National Guard just changed shifts to applause because of the rain here. The guys who wanted to get out of the rain, welcoming the guys who were coming in. But it's serious business now. You had the Department of Justice talking about it. You have the city of Washington talking about it. Even Nancy Pelosi making mention of it today. But the security is certainly the headline. In past years, the days leading up to a presidential inauguration would see throngs of Americans pouring into Washington, D.C. This year, amidst a pandemic and heightened tension in the wake of riots, there will be more partitions than participants.
It's just an immense undertaking. There's probably over 60,000 feet of anti-scale fence here in D.C. alone this week.
Ben Shipper owns Ark's Perimeters and has been charged with helping to secure the Capitol for Inauguration Week.
I mean, I would say the Capitol is going to be probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles easily from here. And it goes all the way from one end of the mall to the other, from the Capitol all the way down to the back of the Lincoln Memorial.
I'm inside the security fortification in front of the White House. Behind me, Black Lives Matter Plaza, then the White House. Off to the right, you'll see Blair House, where the Department of State has invited Joe Biden and his wife Jill to spend the night before inauguration. Understandably, the security just tightens more every day.
And you will see police officers from Baltimore, New York, New Jersey, Chicago, New Orleans, Houston, Denver, and San Francisco also in our system throughout this week.
With the National Guard standing as sentries at virtually every intersection between the Capitol and the White House, it is both a local and a federal effort. The Speaker of the House today calling in reinforcements.
In light of what happened and the fact that the inauguration is coming. To that end, I have asked retired Lieutenant General Russell Honore to lead an immediate review of security infrastructure, interagency processes, and command and control.
Honore, best known for his post-Katrina command in New Orleans, will have all of the assets of law enforcement at the ready, as emphasized in a Department of Justice call today.
We have special agents, explosive specialists, bomb technicians, K-9 units, and our special response team all assigned and deployed in and around Washington, D.C., working with Secret Service, Capitol Police, and our MPD partners.
All the while, Washington Mayor Muriel Bowser continuing to urge people not to come to Washington.
We want everybody to enjoy it and enjoy it right in their own states, in their own living rooms, and with their own families. We know that this is the right request for our public safety.
And so now you see what the mayor is saying. Every day there are going to be more closures. Right now, there are, by inauguration, there are only going to be 2 ways to get in and out of the state of Virginia already. The Arlington Bridge closed, the one that takes you to Arlington Cemetery for those familiar with this city. And the Department of Defense late today saying that they've upped the number of military that are approved to be in the city to 25,000. There has never been anything quite like this.